Welcome back, guys. In today's session, we are going to talk about project number 8, project number 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so to get the certificate of this course, you have to complete till project 11. Project number 12, 13, 14, 15 will be your homework projects, optional project that if you want to do, you can do it, else you can avoid it. Although it will be mentioned in your certificate, so better you go and check for the concept what we have utilized over there. Might be some time series also. So let's focus on the current scenario. Right now, we are going to talk about these projects that is 8, 9, 10, and 11. Some of them I have completed fully, like except for the project number 11, that is your homework project again, but that is mandatory to do. If you don't do that, you will not get the certificate. So that is one mandatory homework project, else three are more in between. Some of them we have left in the in between of the completion of the project, although you have to complete it. Right. So let's start with the today's first project, that is student exam performance analysis using decision tree model. So in the decision tree, we already know how it works. And for the random forest also, meanwhile, to compare the result, I have used it. So if you don't know what is the working principle behind both of the algorithms, you better check the video what we have already completed. Okay. So what are the important libraries we have used in this is three: Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. As you can see over here, these are the necessary libraries to visualize your data, to handle your data, to manipulate your data. These two are the machine learning algorithms which we have imported from scikit-learn library, in short sklearn. Okay, so let me check that is this live or not. Give me a sec. You can fast forward 10 seconds. Yeah, it's live. Yeah, it's live. Yeah, better guys. So continuing with the part. We are calling mode to functions, that is matrices and model selection. From there, we are importing accuracy score, confusion matrix for the analysis of a classifier model, although it is a classifier. But if you go and watch the dataset, it will more look like a regressive problem. But it's fine. We have converted a regressive problem, continuous data variable, into a class-based problem, that is classifier. You will see later. Right. Before that, we should go and watch our data set, how it looks like. So this is the basic data set for the project number 8. The columns it is having are gender, race, ethnicity, parental level of education, lunch, test, test preparation course, math score, reading score, and writing score. It is a comma separated file, so that is CSV. And what are the values we have for this? So multiple, you can see some of them are numeric, some of them are categorical also. Right. Textual object data type. Right. So we just imported our data into a DF, that is data frame variable. For that, we have called again after that dot head function to get the top five rows with all the columns and their data, such that a brief of your data set. Okay, good. As you can see, multiple object data types, whatever we have seen over there back in the data set also. And over here, we can see these are the numeric value. And in this problem state, this is our target column. But you can say this is a regression statement, like regression continuous value column. And over here we are calling classifier. So what is the catch between both of them? We'll see later, right? Further in this live class. So if you have any doubt, you can put into the comment section or you can reach out to us in WhatsApp. Else, let's continue. So df.info is nothing but we check for the statistical info, not statistical, basic info of a data frame. For statistical info, we use dot describe function in which we got the mean, maximum, 0.0, like that is mean 0, 50 percentile, 25 and 75 percentile. Meanwhile, with the mean, median also. So over here in df.info, we are getting that these are the 8 columns and these are the non-null values present. So there is no null value. How you can verify? Because over here there's a 1,000 entries and all of are having 1,000 non-null, means there is zero null values. But we can see that one process is needed over here, that is your converting your data type object data type into numeric data type, that is called dash. You put into the comment section now. Okay. So, or I'll tell at the end, because might you think why should I put my answer might be wrong. So for them to verify it, it's known as label encoding or encoding. Better is known as encoding. There are multiple types of encoding: label encoding, one-hot encoding, and multiple more. So encoding is known as when we convert object data type into a integer or numeric based data type. That can be a float also, that can be your integer also. It depends upon the value what you are passing over there. Right. Then okay, so here the process begins of converting your object data type into integer. So to know which are the columns, say right now it's only 8 columns, so it is easy to find out which are the columns with the object data type. Over here also you can get the count of them. But the point is, if you have around 80 columns or 35 columns, you're not gonna select one by one each and every, right? So to get that, we have one more function in the pandas that is known as select data type. Select data types helps you to select a particular type of data present in your data frame. For that, we have called in that the function and passing the parameter known as include means ki, okay, data frame, I want you to include only the data types which are of type object. Like all these I want only, not the integer based, right? And dot columns mean it will give you the name of the column. And you use two lists to convert into a list, but right now it's index, so you will get, if you pass this much of the command you will get this. If you pass the what I have just removed, that is two list, then you will get the list of all this. You will not get this index and data type is equal to object. What is index? Index is one of the data type used by the pandas, right, to process things quicker and much more faster, right? So let's continue with the part. So once you got all the object data type columns, now our duty is to perform the different types of values present into it and then map it to the numerical value. That is the basic encoding means. So first we got for the first of our column, that is gender. In gender, what is the value count? We are checking how many value count means. Okay, it will give you the different types of क्या कहते हैं values, different type of values which are present in a particular type of column. For example, positive, negative, or class A, class B, class C, class D. So multiple things can be there in particular column, no? Multiple type of collection of the data, right? To give you that value count to the point, we use this feature, that is gender, female or male. For the gender, it is having only two type of data, that is female and male inside the column gender. With the value, you will get this using the value count. There are multiple more features. Some that is n unique, n unique. N unique gives the number of different types of data you have, female and male. So 1 and 2. So it will give you 2. N unique will give you 2. If you put unique values, so it will get males and female. That is, if you put value count, you will get the count as well. Right. Then df.gender, what we are doing, we are just creating a, or better word is replacing the column what we have already there in our data frame. And with what values? Okay, I am replacing the gender data with the gender data, but there is one more thing into it, that mapping function. Instead of using label encoder or one-hot encoder, you can use map also. When you want to particularly assign a value to the data, right? So over here, I want to assign 0 to the male, not to the female. Particularly by my information, like my reference, I want 0 to be assigned to male only. So I can use the mapping function and I can give uh, respected values what I want. For the female also, I replaced it with 1. Now to check that, I just used df.head to check whether the column gender has uploaded with the new values, that is 0 and 1. Yeah, actually you can compare over here 1 and 0. Meanwhile, at the starting, it was female, female, male, male, right? So we can see successfully it has completed. Now going to the next column, what we have next column in the data type object is race, ethnicity. You can verify it from here also, but the point is if there is a trailing space, or if it is at the starting, you'll get to know, but if there is a space at the trailing 2 or 3, you can't come to know in this. But over here, when you call this one, you can see if there is a space or not, right? So better use this command, not to copy from here. You might copy like this also, which may give you some error. So better call this select data type function. So yeah, after that, if you can see much more things into it, we have race, ethnicity, another column. If you put value count, so we are having around 5 different categories. A, B, C, D, E means 5 different A1, B2, C3, D4, E5. Now what I want it to convert it into the numeric data, right? some map values I want to put. But if you use label encoder, definitely it will map A as 0, B as 1, C as 2, D as 3, and E as 4. But the point is, okay, over here, what I have done the mistake here, I skipped 1. So after 0, I have given 2 over here. So either I should give it 1 or either I should give it 0. Replace all the rest of the values for the CD and BE. So every time you should keep a watch whenever you're using a map function. See, I have ran this code, like already compiled this code around 299 times. So the point is, okay, I have meaningfully done this part, this issue, such that I want to tell you if you don't put this like this, so what will happen now when you put dot value count, you will not find 1. So whenever you are giving your project, what you have developed to somebody, a new developer who is gonna work on it, and you're gonna leave that or something like that, in that case, he might be searching for 1 and he might create one more group with the null values, right? So better if you're using map, so in your documentation of your project, you should better mention what you have done properly, right? So if somebody have any doubt, they can go and check for the documentation part. So that was meaningfully given for you guys to understand why I have done like this. Again, if you call done with this part, if you want to check df.head is updated with not, you can go and check it up. If you are doing the, sorry guys, sorry, if you have already done the part df.head, like this one, if you have come mapped your values, you can go and check for the df.head. After that, what we have parental level of education, another column name. That is already correct because that I have cross verified multiple times, and right now this video is getting recorded third time. So yeah. So we can see some college, associate's college degree, high school, some high school, bachelor's degree, master's degree. So if you use label encoder in this case, brother, why are you using this much? You can directly import the label encoder and LE is equal to label encoder function and just fit transform your data, pass the column name. So instead of doing that, why I'm using map? So in this case, if I want to use label encoder, what will happen? Associate degree will be given the first priority because it's coming with the A, right? A will be given as 1, right? That is the issue. But I know the education level should go from a hierarchy from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as you increase your level of proficiency, right? So master's degree should be at the top or PhD level should be at the top. Below that, it should be master. Below that, it should be bachelor. Below that, it should be, I don't know, like some college or high school. So whatever I got the feeling was this should be the order. Some high school, then some college, then proper associate's degree, then bachelor degree, then master degree. Okay. I don't know associate degree is the PhD degree or not. I thought some basic degree it is. So I put it into in between. So it's up to you. Whenever you have a different type of data, for example, uh, BTech and masters. So over there, if you put label encoder, BTech will be given 1 because B comes first before masters. But if you do something like associate and bachelors, then associate will be given first. So that is the point of using like this. If you want to increase the value from descending from 0 to the values up, then you should use map as per your need. Right? This is my need. I have given the uh, values to them. Now, if I go and check the parental level of education, now I'm getting the mapped values, right? Updated instead of a textual data, now it's a numeric data. Now again, the another column was lunch. Over there, there are two categories, standard and free reduced. So for the standard, I have given at 0. For the free slash reduced, I have given 1. Then I'm checking the value counts. Yes, it is getting updated. Dev.value count, the last one, the last column we have is test preparation course. So over there, none and completed. So test preparation course, many students have completed that course and many of the students have, like twice of the students have not completed the course. So over there, what I'm giving, none as 0 and completed as 1. Completed means successfully, that's why I have 1. If you put label encoder over here, completed will be given 0, none will be given 1. So again, use of map function. Somewhere I think so in 9th project, I have done this. And if I miss something, guys, no need to worry. I have done this project on 8th of August and recording on 19th of August, right now 1:10 a.m. So if I forgot something, just put into the comment. If I make another video, like let it be on KNN or K-means clustering or grid search CV, Although I'm gonna put a video around 30-35 minutes on explaining these concepts. So over there I can address this issue if you found something in between the videos. Right. Again, necessary, you have to complete till the project number 11. Now after that, we are checking for the values count of this. Yeah, it has successfully updated. Now at the end, I'm checking, okay, I have encountered every object columns and performed multiple different operations. Now I want to check, does they have uploaded, like changed in the back? Yes. I have used dev.info to get the proper value. And yes, I went to know about all the columns are now converted into the data type integer 64. And over here also you can check data types are integer 64. You don't have to count explicitly. Meanwhile, at the starting what we have, 3 integers and 5 objects. Right. So this is the part. And let me check once again the live is there or not. So just a second. Check for the DM not yet. After that, what we have parental level of education. Another, it's that is already correct. Yeah, but okay, it's live there only. So because I tried recording video earlier, but at that time it went off in between 16 minutes. Earlier I have recorded this video. One second time I'm recording this. I'm actually third time. So okay. So we have done the encoding part. Done. Definitely. Now, what's the next thing? Once you are done with your data encoding, we check for the null values, right? So null, there is no null values. After that, what we do? We do the outlier treatment. So for the outlier treatment, what we are using, see, palette is colorblind 6. For more palette, I think so I have given the code also somewhere. Yeah, see, these are the more palettes. If you print this command in your cell, you'll come to know how much of the palettes are installed. You can change with colorblind is there, colorblind 6 will be also. Yeah, here I have. If you want to check to dark 6 or bright, you can change it. Right. So to get another color, to get more varieties of your choice of colors, so definitely. And there is one community, you can make different graphs and represent it. Okay, not harm to anybody. So let's figure it out. Over here in the box plot of math score, you can see there are some students who got 0 also. Many are there who are at between 20 marks to 40 marks, and mean marks is around 60, 65 or 66 something over here. And what is the maximum marks? The maximum marks scored is 100. Over there, if you go for the another reading score, again around 70 something is for the reading score. And here around again say 70 something is for writing score. Nobody scored 0, but somebody scored below 20. And over here also nobody scored 0. So this is one of the way, either you use box plot or you can use describe also to get the statistical information. For example, we check for the minimum value for the writing score. If you put this, what is the minimum value of for the writing score? So writing score minimum value is 10. So this is one of the more better way or enrich way to know much about your columns, right? You can check for the null also. We'll talk one by one. What is this columns mean? Actually, rows mean. If you put dot t, that will transpose your sorry. If you put dot t, it will transpose your this data frame. Whatever you have got the output that's matrix, no, it will be transposed. Like all the column name will come on the left side. All these parameters what we have getting from the statistical information will be given to the top of it. So both are liable, whatever you want, you can put it, not a big issue. So yeah, for the mean, what it's we are getting for the gender, what is the mean? So that is 51 means you can understand what does actually it predicts is key. The gender distribution, male is to female ratio is around equal. That is what 51. Race ethnicity. So yeah, for the race ethnicity, we have, I think so, I didn't explain that part. For the race ethnicity, we have 4 or 5 groups. Yeah. Yeah, I have explained. Sorry, I didn't mention group, no. So we are getting around 3. So it means group C, most of the people are belonging to the group C. That means what? The mean of your data. Right. So parental level of education. So most of the parent, whatever the mean is 2. So what was 2? High school. Lunch 0.35 means they are more towards the standard one. And test preparation course are 0.35. Again, math score mean value is 66. What does this mean 0.35? So 0 was not, and one was completed, right? So most people have not completed the course. That means this. If it was 7.5, most of the majority of the people have completed the course. That's what you can understand. Mean of the your audience marks is 66. Again, reading marks is 69. That is 70 nearby, and this is also 70 nearby writing score. So if you go for the 50% of this, that is 50 percentile of your population, how they are performing. So that will be nearly to the mean, but we calculate percentile in a different formula. So you will get nearly the same values, 69, 70, 68, 69, and 66, 66. So yeah, 75% of the populations are having, have done this part. This. You can understand a lot of things from this. What is the maximum value of the parental level? 5. What is the maximum value for the lunch? 1. What is the maximum marks scored in the maths? Is 100. Marks in the reading score maximum 100. Minimum 14. No, 17. Writing score minimum 10 and maximum 100. So you don't explicitly have to do the analysis of each and every column by asking what is the mean, median, and average. You just put dot describe, you'll get the output. Right. So now you got the point. Our math score is also an continuous value data. Continuous value data nothing means when you are predicting a particular value, a numeric value, instead of predicting a class. So I think so. I have closed that app. I have closed that app successfully. So yeah, that notes app I thought of teaching you right now, but it's fine. If you're trying to predict a particular number that is known as continuous value number, this problem statement is known as regression. And if you're trying to predict a category, let's say A or B, pass or fail, positive, negative, male, female, then you can go for it for the classification, right? So yeah, but we are having a numerical data for the math score. Okay, so one more thing. If you do df.describe before before encoding, not label encoding, before encoding, if you do this part, you will lose a lot of columns which are of the object data type, because in the object data type you can't find the mean, you can't find the percentile. So first you should check for how many values you have, how many columns are of the object data type or the numeric data type, you should be clear of. Then convert them, then only use df.describe. Right, that will give you a lot more sense of your data instead of just running on the numerical data at the beginning. Right, most of the people you see they do at the beginning. Earlier in the project number 345, I have done at the beginning just to know you guys. Okay, this is how people go for the problem. Right, let's go for the next command. 313th line. df.parseMaths. See, this is the way of creating one column. And what I'm doing, okay, df.math score, the value will be applied to this column, new column, but dot apply. And what is the condition to apply? Lambda. What is lambda? A function, a type of a function which you use for a single line performance, right? So x is the variable which this function defines, like we use def, no? And we give a function name that we pass the parameter. Same, this is the parameter for the function. And what we are giving, 1 if x is greater than 45. Again, guys, I'm highlighting why why I have taken 45. Okay. So what should the value I should take over here? If you know the answer, put it into the comment. I'll be glad to know that you guys are thinking. Else 0. Right. So, okay. Then this command I already explained. df.info I did. So what I created one more column over here. It is showing. So right now my data set have data frame, not set. Data frame have 9 columns. Those are having not null and integer. Now in the pass math, what I have done, okay, 1 if x is greater than, that person's math score is greater than 45, then assign value 1, else 0. Means it's more likely, are you able to vote if your age is greater than 18, 1, else 0. That's the same thing I'm doing. Same thing for the math score. If math score of that particular student, for the first student, second student, third student, it is greater than 45, then the new column, what I have given, those value will be 1. Okay. If not, the values will be 0. That is the pass math column is consisting of. If you put df.info over here, you will see there are 9 columns with integer. Yeah, that's fine. And over here also 9. So, okay. Now we have done the completed the correlation heat map, and I'll give you some hint, but you should pause this video over here and you should think of what does it's telling. For example, check gender with the math pass. So it is negatively correlated. Why it is negatively correlated? What does negatively correlated means? Means if something is increasing, something is decreasing. Means if pass maths marks score are increasing, at that time gender is decreasing. Gender is decreasing means if it was 1, the more values are getting towards 0. So zeros were male. So you can tell that ki most of the people, if the marks was increasing, so most of your scoring persons were uh, those who have scored more maths marks were from the male category. This is how you can depict the meaning of negative correlation. If it is a positive, means pass math, if marks are increasing for the pass maths, means like 0 and 1. If number of ones are increasing a lot, meanwhile the gender is also increasing. For the most of the 1, it is 1. That means it is positively correlated. If most of the pass math values are 1, at that time gender's values are getting 0, that means they are inversely related, right? So that is negative correlated. Over here you can see gender marks are positively correlated with the writing score. Writing and reading score are positively correlated. That means ki the ladies or the female are more better for the writing and reading part. They are more skilled. Like as we are switching, most of the female got the highest marks for the reading and writing score. Like the density is more, not the highest, density is more. Right, this is how you can understand the heat map and select only those which are important for you. If you understand the data set, if you don't understand the data set, leave it. There is another approach how you can do it, which we are not going to teach you in this project session, right? Or might be, I don't know, because that was not a part of the machine learning algorithm class when I have designed it. Right. Yeah, this is how you plot, and I have done this a lot of time. So color map is coolworm. This is this. I have already taught in some project session where we have tried around 4 or 5. Okay, color bar true is nothing but this bar. If you don't want it, remove it. Annotate is nothing but the values what you are getting. Correlation is nothing but you have defined the correlation. No, this whole data correlation. That is df.corr. Means if you do this only and print corr, I'm talking about if you print this data, you'll get the numerical data only, not the map. Not map, this graph. You will not get the graph. What you will get only a list of the values with their correlation, gender, gender and race, ethnicity, 0.02, a list of the mathematical values, right? So to remove that, we are using this plot. Just make that numerical data more appealing for the user. Again, x is equal to df dot drop y. So before that, I would like to explain train test split a little bit because project number 9, 10, and 11, I'll go like a bullet. So I'll just still give this we have done, this we have done, and I'll skip it. If something new, I'll definitely let you guys know. So let me check once again because live is there or not, because I already get betrayed by YouTube once. Correct about that. Cross-verified multiple times. Okay, so you might hear my voice again. Uh, Live. Yes. Test preparation course 0.35. It's there at describe right now. Math score it's around. There is a gap of 2-3 minutes. Describe is how much? Okay, fine. So, model is equal to true. Okay, so train test split is more likely. Think of it like a student, okay, and a teacher. Train means ki your teacher is telling you, has given you a book, a sort of book, in which the questions and their answers are written. Now, what the condition is, ki you have to prepare for a test, the examination. Better we will call it as an examination. Over there, in your question paper, you will get some questions, and in the answer sheet, you have to write the answer, the basic scenario. So, what happens in train test split is ki how much data you want to, for example, if 100 pages are there, so what your teacher will do, she will tell only 80% of the questions, right? Not 100%. If she gives you 100%, then there is no meaning of examination, right? So she will give you only 80% of the knowledge, and she will bring 20 new questions for you, right? So which will be related to the previous one only, similar type of structure, but definitely some values might change, some questions, way of asking the question might change. So what happens in the train, I'll tell you again. In that, they will give you 80 pages to read the questions, and like a guidebook. In that guidebook, there is question and answer for the questions, right? You will get the question also, you'll get the answer. That is your training part. That is X train is your question part, Y train is your answer part for that particular question. If you get then you completed all the 80 pages. Now it's time for your examination. So once you tell you are ready, at that time your teacher will give you a new question paper with might be some of the questions will be randomly assigned or similar way of asking, something will be there. So that is your X test. Whatever the question paper you are getting, every question are X test, and whatever you're writing in your answer sheet is Y prediction, not Y test. Y prediction. Why prediction? Because it's the you person who is writing the answer. The actual answer of that X test. What is X test? The actual question paper, question on your question paper. Definitely, your teacher have prepared an answer key for that. For that answer key will be Y test. That answer key, and what you have written in your answer sheet while in the examination will be your Y prediction, because you are predicting the answer, right? But Y test means what is already the answer is. So then what your teacher will do, your teacher will take your answer key, that is your Y prediction, what you have predicted the question's answer over there, let it be in your examination also. Then you will go to home and your teacher will evaluate your answer key, right? So think of your teacher as your accuracy score, right? What it will check? It will check ki what is the actual answer. What was the actual answer for that question? What question? X test. What you have got in your question paper. It will check for the actual answer and what you have written the answer. Both of them will be get compared, right? From the answer key. This is the answer key. Y test is nothing but actual answer or answer key. Y prediction is nothing but what you have written in your answer sheet in the examination. Then teacher will check for the both of the condition. Okay, how much it is getting matched. Based on that, it will give you the accuracy. How much score you got. That is accuracy. I think so. This is the one of the example, best example I can give you for the train test split. One of the best, not the best, the one of the best. Right. Then we will talk about X. Okay, what we have done in X, X is not that X. Those who are feeling sad now, no need to sad. This is XYZX, right? That spelling is EX. Okay, so no need to get sad, my dear brother. And if some sisters are there, okay, focus on the code. So X is equal to df dot drop. I'm dropping two things, math score and pass math. Why I'm dropping math score when I have already given pass maths? Because both are the same. If you check for the correlation between pass math and math score, that is around 0.57. That is nearly same thing. No, I have given okay, above 45 go like this and less than 0. Same trend you will get, but the one thing will be a continuous value, right? Over there in the math score, you are having a different values like 45, 89, 36, 100, 97, 84. So multiple values you are having, but in the past maths, you are having only two values, 0, 1, 0, 1. And as you can see, it is positively related. Means when a student marks is increasing in the maths score, pass maths are more to 1. That is the positive correlated, and it is around half, that is 0.57. Means ki for a certain amount only, it is going for the 0, but at rest of the certain, after that certain amount, it is going for 0. That is 1, right? At the score of 45. That's what 57 is telling. There is some values, right? If you can understand what I'm trying to say. If you have doubt, you can put into a comment or message me on WhatsApp. So yeah, math score I have dropped because I don't want the model to know the marks. And pass maths is definitely, okay, pass maths is how much is the marks? Like greater than 0? Like 1 or 0, right? Greater than 45. So what I'm giving for the Y means the answer key, like everything, 80-20. I'm talking about whole book. So over there, I'm passing the DF pass math. Means only this you have to know. You don't have to know math score. That's why I'm dropping. And for the Y, you have to know only the pass math. Now we are training X train, X test, Y train, Y test. If you don't know what is this, go check our video in the last project 345 or machine learning videos. Over there, we have discussed it. So train test split is nothing but when you pass the value, the same thing will be done. X will be given, Y will be given. Test size is nothing but that 20 pages I told you, no, that separate something which is unseen to you. That 20 new questions will be this. Random state, if you know, else leave it. Then model is equal to decision tree classifier. Again, classifier, not regressor, because now I have converted regressor into a classifier problem. That's why I have imported over there. This is known as model calling, and max depth is 5, criterion gain. You can change for the entropy also, random state. If you don't know about this, go check our decision tree video. Then model fit, X-train, Y-train. Model fit is nothing but training your data, like giving you the notebook for the 80 pages to know, okay, this is the question and this is the answer. That is the model. And model is nothing but the person who is learning that. That is. So over here, decision tree is learning the questions and the answers for the 80% of the data. Right. And then we predicted, okay, predict is nothing but your answer key. Answer key is equal to the person who is predicting the answer, who is writing the answer. And predict means, okay, do that part for the question paper, what you have got. You have got the question paper X test, right? It's generating documentation and I don't need it. Gee. Okay, then print accuracy. Accuracy score is Y test, Y prediction. Okay, so I'm getting 94% of the accuracy. Some of you might ask, it's 0.945, brother. Don't fool us. We know mathematics are better. So it is 0%. 0.945. It's, if you round it off, it is 1% accuracy. Brother, I have not multiplied it with 100. Whatever if you got from the computer, it will not be in the scale of 0 to 100. It will always be in a scale of 0 to 1 in the computer language, right? If you know this. Then you have to multiply this into 100, then you will get the accuracy. I have done, I think so, somewhere I have done. Then plot figure is equal to figure size. Plot tree. See how decision tree have learned this. We are plotting that. Okay, how on behalf of what scale he has selected the feature. If you don't know, go again, check the decision tree video. Then only you will understand. Then what are the feature importance? You are selecting the feature importance and index X column and printing the feature importance based on the column importance value. So the most important value for was writing score. Those who have writing score are more likely important for the passing the maths, right? Gender 0.21, lunch 0.06. See, it's came in 0, 0.06, 0.04. Okay, for the last two column, as you can see, race, ethnicity, and test preparation, they are not too much important. So, okay, we'll drop these two and we'll try to train our model more without giving these data. Why to remove, why to drop a column, particular column for the this क्या कहते हैं model training is कि for example for the 80 pages what you have got, you can see some of the extra info which is not necessary for you and it won't be asked. For example, NCERT book, if you go for it, in some of the NCERT book you will see something on the left side, something on the right side in a bar or something. So that is not necessary for examination point of view, but although it is present. So similar type of things, when you don't want it to be there and you want to be removed, use this. Like the extra friend who you have already done friends on, he is just for okay, hi, hello, but you want, bro, it's over now, we can't have anything in between us. So for that case, you remove or drop that, right, based on the importance. The same thing we are doing over here, nothing else. So we are removing these to the columns. Let me see if somebody is attending on the live. If that person is attending live, means he will be happy. I think so. No. One watching, one guy, and one like. Nice. Okay, I will complete it fast now. It's already 1:34 and yeah. So we got data type float. Leave this thing. Yeah, this is not important. X is equal to df dot drop. Now I am removing these two features also because they are unnecessary thing which make a model to deviate. Right. Then x is equal to 1, df is equal to pass maths, same thing, train test split, same 20% for the testing data. Again, model, who is the model accuracy? Over here, see 94.5. Brother, see, brother, I told you that time you were fooling us. Bro, see this. If I put one more zero over here, no, it will be 945% accuracy. Okay. So computer gave us in the value 0 to 1. So no need to worry. And I have given the confusion matrix and in fact of the using that the last one, what was that? I forgot. Classification report. Classification report will give you the same thing what the confusion matrix will give you, but it will be pictorial form. If you want a particularly written form, you should use confusion matrix. I again forgot. You should use classification report. We use very rare, but you should use it. At the starting, you should use it. Okay. So over here, I have used decision tree. Then I plotted the graph. Over here, you can see 6 for the fail and fail. True negative, and this is true positive. So true positive, we are having 183, and true negative is we are having 6. So the point is ki, does our model is overfit? If yes, how we will come to know? Okay, this is your homework for this particular thing. Then we have gone went for the random forest classifier. Put a comment, okay, is this overfit or not? I'll give you both the things. I'll give you both the hint. One for the claim, which claims that okay, this is overfit. One it shows claim which it tells ki it's not an overfit model. First claim is ki check over here. It is 6, it is 10, and 1 and 183. What does this mean? Ki these data are very less. Meanwhile, our true positive is predicting very accurately. That is 183. But 6 is very less. Might be most of the data are towards this point. So might our model is overfit? First question. Like first claim which supports it is an overfit. Now another claim which supports it is not an overfit. Our data is already split into two parts, test and train. So might be possible ki whatever we have given over here, 6, it's coming no, ki that data is accurate. Almost like say only the 6 cases were there and it has predicted particularly well. But as you can see, some of them are false negative and false positive also. False positive and false negative. So false negative is also there, false positive is also there. So how to do this? Better think of it, okay, how which claim is supporting, like which is the true actual claim and supporting. Both are clear, but how you will combine both of them to get one answer. That is the first homework. Again, one supporting statement is I told you, okay, guys, okay, I'll come back to this over here. No, why I have selected 45. Is there any connection between this 45, the mean of the mathematical score that is 66, and the output this? Check for that one connection. Right. Once you got the connection, you'll get this key, this is overfit or not. Okay. Random forest classifier we have used an estimator max lift node, blah blah blah. Same thing. Fit means training the model. Oh, I have done that 2 times. You don't have to do it 2 times. You just remove this and this. Yeah. Print accuracy over here again. Brother, I told you no, you're fooling us. So it's not that case. Let's continue. So random forest we are getting 96% accuracy. So accuracy is not everything. One more learning from today's class. Accuracy is not everything. Right. Okay guys, check whether it is what we say overfit or not or underfit or not. We'll take a short 1 minute break. I'll check it again. If you guys are interested, uh, like anyhow you are watching it recorded, so no issues. I'll continue with the project number 9, wine quality. So everybody's favorite, mine favorite. If it's not your favorite, mine is there. So wind speed prediction. Okay. One more major thing I forgot to tell you guys. If you go in project number 8, absolute path. There is one thing which is known as absolute path and relative path. What is the difference between absolute and relative path? Whenever you're calling your data set, you should always call it in the absolute path format. Reason being, many times what will happen, no, your file where you have putting this IPONV file in a particular directory, at that time your dataset won't be present over there, or it might be on this another folder. For example, I have a one root folder known as project. In that I have multiple sub projects, right? So if you give relative folder, relative dataset name, fine, it's too good. But if you give absolute, means if you unable, if in the case if something is outside, your data is outside over here, okay, it's not in the project 11, and if you want to give if you have given the absolute path, the point will be okay, it will fetch it accurately, you'll get the same data. But if you use relative and you pass data 11, you'll get the error because no file present over there. So always when you have calling this, call your absolute path. Like what I prefer is the absolute path. If you have multiple different data sets. If you have, say, one project, one data set, if you're doing it in a separate folder, no need, you can call it relative path. Sometimes you have seen I have just used data.csv instead of writing this much. Somewhere I'll show you in this, I think so. Project number 9, wine quality. And that only I saw. See, data.csv because it's present next to it. So that's what I was trying to teach. Okay. So guys, let's take 1 minute break. I'll come back. Just a second, I'll mute it.